I'm Corbett Wall with DV Auction, here with a 3-minute cattle market update for Friday, February the 26th, brought to you in part by the American Simmental Association. Discover Sim Genetics and check out today's Simmental. Log on to simmental.org. Pretty good market this week and just amazingly strong board there. The live cattle futures go to the April contract. February's about done. But look at Wednesday was up 65 cents. Thursday was up $1.20 to end the day Thursday at 137.87. Feeder cattle on the March contract had Wednesday up 92 cents and Thursday up $1.15 to end the day Thursday at 159.10. CME feeder cattle index is at 158.67, so it's actually running a little bit behind the board, which has not been the case for a while. Your real-time index on Cattle Market Central is almost exactly what the board's sitting at right now at 159.16, just 6 cents above what the board ended up on Thursday. Fat cattle have had no trade so far this week. It looks like these packers are going to need some fat cattle, and they haven't got anything done so far. We've had a few cattle trade in Iowa from 208 to 212, and that's steady to maybe strong. And those are the cattle that the guys have been taking a big discount on. So it looks like they're going to get a higher market this week whenever they decide to get it done. And word is that some of these packers need cattle before the end of this week. Your beef cold storage report come out and showed the highest storage of beef in history as far as those reports have been coming out. But a lot of that is ground beef. We sell a lot of hamburger anymore, and we got gourmet hamburgers and things like that, and we don't want to have to rely on imports anymore. And these guys are stockpiling a lot of this ground beef, and you can't blame them for that. And now that you can cryovac that stuff, it lasts for a long time. But still, we've got higher box beef, even though we've got a lot of this beef in storage. And this box beef's coming back pretty strong this week after it faded there through most of February. But we've got lighter kills, which is helping that box beef come on a little bit. But this early spring is probably helping more than anything. You see the way the winds are blowing, the way we're getting some of this severe weather and things. It just appears that we're already into spring, and that's promoting a lot of demand. We've got an earlier Easter this year, and that's promoting demand also. Your actual steer carcass weights that come out for the week ending February the 13th, we're finally starting to see some of those weather cattle come in. And your weights on your dressed steer for that week were down 8 pounds to 891 pounds, which was almost 900 pounds there and has been for quite a while. So it's finally starting to come to fruit, and that's a good positive action for the market too. Look at some cash feeder markets. El Reno, Oklahoma had 9,600 head on Wednesday. Feeders are steady to 3 higher, called with your government market report. Calves were called 5 to 8 higher, with spots of 12 higher on some stocker cattle. If you look at the report that come out of Cattle Market Central, which is an automated report on actual sales, it showed that your light steers were actually as much as $15 higher, and not near the gains that were quoted on your 6-weight stocker cattle, and also that your heavier feeders were actually steady to maybe a spot weaker. So it just depends on which one you want to call. Some actual quotes on Cattle Market Central out of some markets that happened late in the week. Pratt, Kansas sold a load of 815-pound steers Thursday afternoon late at 158.75. It's an awful good price for anywhere, let alone the Southern Plains. And on Wednesday at 2:30 in the afternoon, Torrington Livestock Markets in Torrington, Wyoming sold 100 head of 595-pound steer calves at 197.50. That's 3 minutes. We'll talk to you next week.